There we go, I suppose. Let's try and answer all these as quick as we can.
Why do you assume only other races like fried chicken? I love fried chicken. It should be a white person stereotype because of me.
Wouldn't that mean it's not a stereotype anymore? Wouldn't that mean that it's just a white bloke on his own eating fried chicken? And in that case, wouldn't you just be like, oh look, there's a white bloke eating fried chicken?
Why do we make it so we only have pumpkin in the fall? I want pumpkin all the time.
Because it's a seasonal fruit. Seasonal. Say it with me. Seasonal fruit.
All the time.
Why can't most white people dance?
Seriously, like, is it genetic or something? Do we have, like, stiff hips or, like, 2 left feet?
Michael Jackson could dance.
I can dance.
Why do you get so annoyed when other people don't speak English?
Because language is a necessity for us to communicate. Like my family emigrated to France. Guess what language they learned? Yeah, that's right. Spanish.
That we went to this really cool, authentic cultural festival, even though we went with all of our white friends.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just because your friends are white doesn't mean they're necessarily from a different cultural background than you. I mean, none of your friends like are Polish or Albanian or Russian, or are you assuming because your friends are white they're from the same cultural background as you? Because that's racist, love.
Tan until they turn orange.
Can't you just be comfortable in your own body?
So we should be comfortable in our own skin and not try and change to feel happier about ourselves, or, you know, in any way alter ourselves so that we're happier within ourselves and our own being. Just one question for you, BuzzFeed. How do you feel about the transgendered community?
Why do you think that since you've seen 5 seasons of The Wire, you're a cultural expert?
Why do you believe everything you see on TV when it comes to other races?
I don't know. There's nothing really on apart from Fox News.
When a TV show becomes diverse, even though diverse usually just means 2 to 3 people.
What white people are you hanging around with that are upset when a television show has different coloured or different cultural people than you? Because you've got really poor choices in friends, I think.
People of color.
Why do you assume movies with white stars are automatically more relatable than movies with people of color?
I'm pretty sure it's because I'm white. I identify more with white people. Yeah, it's open and shut case, really.
People of color.
People of color have had to relate to white characters for all of cinematic history.
Why is Viola Davis the first black woman to win an Emmy for Best Actress?
I don't really know the answer to that. I mean, another question that you could put is why so few people who come from working class backgrounds, you know, transfer to somewhere either in power or somewhere, you know, in Hollywood, somewhere famous. It seems we look down and around at each other instead of asking questions from those in charge about the restrictions that have been put in place to hinder either the poor or people from set backgrounds, including white, black, Asian, Latino, everything, because there is restrictions put in place. Again, we shouldn't be looking around at each other, we should be looking straight up.
Aren't we complaining that the Oscars and other award shows are like all white?
It's just like white people congratulating other white people on being white.
Everybody should be represented.
It baffles me about the Oscars that everyone complains. Why aren't there more minorities at the Oscars? Well, if they're a minority, it doesn't mean that there's less of them than there are of everyone else. Ergo, there'd be less of a pool of people to choose from. I don't know. I'm just applying maths.
Why don't we know the difference between appropriation and appreciation?
I don't know, bro. Ask that black girl who assaulted a white guy for having dreads.
And appreciation.
Why can't we figure out how to make our own pop culture, our own slang, our own cool clothes, instead of stealing other people's cool clothes and then saying that they are our cool clothes?
What did you just say there, mate? I had to go up my apples and pears because I had a King Richard III in me Adidas tracksuit bottoms.
Why are white people obsessed with Wes Anderson?
No. No one's obsessed.
Obsessed with Wes Anderson?
Why would you ever say thug life?
Because I didn't choose the thug life, bro. But the thug life chose me.
Thug life. It's a bad life.
What do you have against seasoning and spiciness? Didn't Christopher Columbus discover America looking for spice?
No, aren't you looking for India? I mean, I don't know if he was looking for spices in general, but if you're associating India with spices, then isn't that stereotyping, isn't that? Again, we're going back to the whole thing of you're actually being the racist one here, not me.
Looking for spices?
Why are casseroles our thing?
Why do you try to avoid confrontation at all costs?
Most people will do regardless of race. As a species, resolution is our goal, not to confront or argue, but to resolve and move forward together. Dipshit.
Why is it crazy that I'm white and I'm a big butt?
No, it's not. I mean, for instance, I was born in France, but despise cheese and wine.
Why do you make such a big deal when somebody doesn't want to hike?
Why do you keep talking about reverse racism? That is not a thing.
No, it's not a thing. If a white person hates a black person because they're black, that's racist. If a Muslim hates a Jewish person for being Jewish, that's racist. If you reverse those two people, i.e., if a black person hates a white person because they're white, guess what? Still racist.
Not a thing.
We are the people in power.
Racism is about oppression. Sorry, white people have not been oppressed.
Yeah, totally. I mean, what white Europeans were oppressed in Poland between 1939 and 1945? I mean, Holocaust, schmolocaust. I mean, it's not like Jewish Hungarians were burnt at the stake in 1890. And they were. You can Google that.
Why are you too afraid to speak up when someone says something racist?
That's what this entire video is about, love.
Racist.
Why do we think that having one friend of color means that nothing we say or do could possibly ever be racist?
Who thinks that?
Why does being half white automatically make my commentary on white culture only half true?
Mate, you're whiter than the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from the Ghostbusters. You look like him a little bit too, to be fair.
I am just as much white as I am Mexican.
Why do you believe that Black Lives Matter means that your life doesn't matter?
Every life matters. It's just that one has a harder time living.
Why?
Again, you wouldn't understand, but I have lots of trouble with police, and it's not a racial thing at all. It's that most coppers, and this is a big secret, abuse their power. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Harder time living.
Why do you get offended when you see a table full of black people, but not when you see a lunchroom full of white people?
Who the fuck are the white people that this woman's hanging around with? Because no wonder she thinks all white people are evil. Christ.
You know that a 2-minute video about whiteness isn't reverse racism, right? 2 minutes about whiteness, hundreds of years of systemic oppression. Yeah, I think we can deal with this.
So no one was saying that you couldn't, but BuzzFeed has single-handedly made white people as a race look lazy, ignorant, patronising bigots who don't understand anything really. And it appears to me, as liberal as BuzzFeed appears to be, or as liberal as they are, they only seem to concentrate on what makes all races different instead of what makes us the same. And please say in the comments if I'm wrong, but isn't it inherently racist to magnify these differences instead of focusing on what makes us all the same and unifies us as human beings? I don't know, I'm a white male. Please like, share and subscribe whilst I check my privilege.